Thank you very much. Senator Johnson, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Madam Chair. In solving any problem in negotiation, the first thing you want to do is figure out what you can agree on. And, there's a couple things I can agree right off the bat with you, Madam Chair. We need to fix this bill. And there's a lot to fix. Secondly, it sounds certainly your opening statement that you're giving states a lot of credit and we're having real problems on a federal level. I agree. The federal level don't think has any capability of doing this. The states are far better place to start solving these problems. So I want to start my first question with Mr. Nold. Did Kentucky need a 1,600-page bill, 20,000-plus pages of regulation to do this small business exchange? Quickly. You could have done it on your own, couldn't you?
We tried to do it back in 1990, or early 90s, and it was...
You didn't need a federal bill, did you? Dr. Hickey, did you really need a 1,600-page bill and 30,000 pages, 20 or 30,000 pages of regulation to do this in New Mexico?
That set up some rules and regulations, Senator, but we had a 60-page bill creating the exchange.
So you could have done it far easier. We didn't need a federal solution. We didn't need to take over 1/6 of our economy to start doing these things. So again, I'll stipulate another thing we agree on. I think small business exchange is a good idea. It's a sharing of the risk pool. It's a good idea.
Right, and we had a very supportive Republican governor doing it in a Democratic legislature, and they compromised on this bill, and we moved right out of the gate.
Great.
And I think states are a great place to start.
To paraphrase Senator Booker, this isn't about politics. It shouldn't be. It's really about solutions. And what I would say, it's really about recognizing reality. It's about telling the truth. And the fact of the matter is, the American people have not been told the truth. Let's talk about cost. We were guaranteed that if you pass this law, the cost of an average family plan would be reduced by $2,500 per year. Ms. Salter, by the way, did a great job here. But I want to ask you, because you have the exact experience, if you have a health care plan and you add, let's say, ambulatory patient services, is that going to increase the cost or decrease it?
If I have one now,
yeah,
it will increase.
Yeah, Dr. Hickey, if you add emergency hospital services to that, is that going to increase the cost or decrease it?
They're automatically covered.
But again, in other words, if you add coverages to a health insurance plan, is that going to increase the cost or decrease the cost?
That generally will increase the cost, but the state, again, coming back to the state had the authority under the federal bill to decide what essential benefits were going to be covered.
But again, I'm just talking about the truth of what promises were made here, and we were promised that the health care law would actually decrease costs, but all the added costs, all the added coverages, all the added mandates have increased costs, correct?
Sir, if I could point out to you that 25% of the premium that you pay today goes to cover the uninsured and the services they get from wherever they get it from. So that, I think, is where the opportunity, once those people get covered, the insurance companies will have a major opportunity to lower the cost.
Please let him answer. Please let him answer.
That's really not what the business people are experiencing.
Senator Johnson, please let him answer. Go ahead.
Well, I have such limited time here, so I've got to move quickly. I do want to talk about the other totally broken promise, the fraud. And it was a massive fraud. It was a political deception that if you like your health care plan, you can keep it. And I do have that law. I appreciate Senator Enzi pointing that out. If you like your health plan, you can keep it, which, again, I appreciate Madam Chair's her attempt. But her bill only covers those individuals participating in the individual market where we are going to see, I believe, because of those increase in costs, 49%, 52% increase in insurance premiums, we're going to see a massive loss of employer-sponsored coverage coming next year. And so I guess I would certainly encourage the Madam Chair to take a look at my bill, which actually is all-inclusive and is not quite so onerous on or forcing insurance companies to do what they may not be able to do because of state regulators. So I'd really like you to take a look at your law versus my law, and I would love to start working with you folks to actually start giving Americans the freedom, allow them to keep their ability to choose the types of health care plans that they can afford, that they actually want. So thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. I look forward to doing that. Your bill, of course, guts the Affordable Care Act. Mine fixes it. We'll talk about that later. Senator Vitter.